Shush us, this is our video. Okay, ready? Why is the cameraman ready?
Hi, my name is Callie, Bernabe.
My name is Emerson, Aiesi.
And welcome to Scholars, guys. It's the best place in the world. So let's get right into the video.
Let's freaking go.
Okay, you can... So the first thing that we want to talk about is how we felt starting high school. Not just the #1 high school in this state, but just starting high school in general. So basically when I started high school, I wasn't really nervous because it's honestly not that much different. Like, it's a smaller school than probably whatever school you guys are coming from. But all the teachers love you, they care about their students. You're gonna make a lot of friends regardless of what you think. I think it was an incredible experience starting high school.
And I will add to that, like, even coming in, I was nervous, although she wasn't. But once you actually get to know everybody and you meet everybody, it's not scary at all. It's a very close-knit community because there's like 50 people in your entire class, so you're gonna be close with a lot of people and know everyone.
Yes, I agree.
So it gets better.
So the next thing we want to talk about is some advice that we would have liked to hear in our first few weeks at this school. And for me, I think mine would have been just make sure you separate your school from your personal life, because I've become really good at when I go home, I do my homework and then school is done until the next day or until Monday. I just don't want to really get it intertwined because that's how you get more stressed out. It's just better to keep them separate.
Don't procrastinate, do your homework as soon as you can, because the more you put it off, the more you're going to worry about it, and like the less effort you're going to be able to put into it when it's turned in last minute. So don't procrastinate and go to math tutoring, because Miss Lambert will help with a lot of stuff, and you can get your homework done in math tutoring so you don't have to do it at home.
Yep. Okay guys, so now we're going to get into some specifics about all the classes you'll be taking your freshman year. So first and second semester. Okay, so let's go. Okay guys, so the first class that we want to talk about is a class called Freshman Seminar. You're going to take this year long, and it's basically literally just like getting to know your new friends and getting to figure out the way that you work. I don't know, I feel like it was probably the easiest class that I've taken like all year. Respect to Mr. Dermer, who is the teacher for this class.
This class is really hard to do poorly in. You just have to not care about your future if you do bad in this class, because a lot of it is just looking ahead to the future, what you want to do in life, setting goals for yourself, and time managing. Mr. Dermer will get you on a time management plan if you need it. Yeah, just, I guess, enjoy it, because it's an easy grade as long as you participate, and it's something to like get your mind off of English every Friday. So
as you play games for like the first 30 minutes, and then after that you just have to like show them your grades, show them your planner, and just do a journal entry. So it's pretty chill.
Keep up with your planner, because if he sees you scribbling things in your planner the day that he's checking them, he's not buying that.
Yeah,
you're cooked. You just have to keep up with it and write in it every day.
So what we expected this class to be, honestly, I had no clue because I've never heard of anybody taking this class, so I didn't really know what I was walking into, but I'm glad that I walked into it. So yeah,
it's basically just like socialization, planning ahead, time managing, stuff like that. It'll just help you get your life in order.
Yes. Okay, on to the next class. Okay everybody, the next class we're going to be talking about is
English 2 honors.
Yep, so my advice for this class, it's just, there's not a lot of work, specifically homework for this class, as long as you are productive in class. Like, when I'm in class, I get all of my writing done. We do vocabulary together. We analyze like poems and short like snippets of stuff together. And honestly, it's just, I don't really get any homework from this class actually. The only thing I would advise is do your progress learning, guys. Do your common links. These are like little tests, assessments, whatever, that they're gonna be a struggle, and it's gonna get you nervous for the final, but we just took our English EOC.
We both got 100s on the multiple choice EOC.
And the writing. Yeah, we're goated.
And the cameraman got 100 on both. I think the key is that as long as you put your best foot forward, you're gonna be fine. Even if you do poorly on your essays, you can revise with Mr. Dermer. Honestly, just be productive in class. You can get a lot done in class. Don't procrastinate, because you can't read your whole book in one night and do your markup.
You can, but it's not a good idea.
It's not recommended. Don't do your whole book in one night. Start it as soon as you get it and read a little bit every day, so that like you make progress. You don't have to do it all in one, and it doesn't feel like as heavy of a workload.
I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I was underprepared, but Mr. Dermer kind of like helped us get all to the same level. Like, he didn't leave anybody behind.
I'll also add as my final statement, if Mr. Dermer leaves a comment on your essay, just take the advice.
Don't get offended.
He's right. Just take the advice.
Mr. Dermer's always right. And if you're talking too much in class, he will threaten to move you from sitting next to your best friend to sitting with your ex. So just
quiet coyote.
Next class.
The next class we're going to be enlightening you on was one of our faves,
AP United States Government and Politics.
with the GOAT, Mr. Sargent. Going into AP Government, I was really nervous because I do not know a lot about government, but to be honest, Mr. Sargent makes it really easy for you to understand. There are some struggles, like in the start of the year and in the middle of the year as you're trying to like grasp some of the concepts, but as long as you do your guided questions, watch Heimler's history videos. Watch Heimler.
The GOAT.
We all love Heimler. He loves us. He shouts us out on his live streams. We love Heimler. But yeah, if you ever have any like questions that will clarify stuff for you, just ask Mr. Sargent because he's really chill. He's really good at explaining this because he knows what he's talking about. He's been featured in like so many videos. Watch his videos too.
He has like 35,000 subscribers.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So,
and the other thing is, don't eat lunch in his classroom because the freshmen this year, we claimed that space, so you can't eat lunch in there. What I expected for this class was definitely not what I got. I was expecting to do like really bad in it, and I didn't. The first test was definitely a shock. Like I thought I had that in the bag. I didn't. I got like a 75 with the curve. Without it, I got like a 68. So it's humbling. But I highly recommend taking notes on your laptop because you will get all the notes and you'll have extra time to listen to him talk. Because when he explains his lectures, it's really nice.
you'll probably like civil liberties and civil rights the best, and that's it. Just look forward to that. Yeah. Do your SCOTUS one pagers because they really help. You're gonna need that on your FRQs at the end of the year.
Oh, also adding at the end of the year, your AP exam, guys.
It's light work.
It's light work. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Wait, they don't give the same one every year.
They don't, but they always baby the East Coast, and where are we?
The East Coast. Stop. Just cut the video. The next class is
Algebra 2 honors.
definitely depends on the person because I'm more of a math person than an English person. And Miss Lambert makes the concepts like she makes them really easy to grasp. It's just like one of the classes I worry the least about. The one thing I would recommend is like don't stress out over quizzes or tests. Like study, but don't stress out over them. She allowed for corrections. So if I knew that I did bad on a quiz or a test, those corrections brought my grade up. They are definitely some work, but as long as you put in that work, she's willing to give you those points back. So one thing I will say though is get your expo markers ready.
Okay, I'll start off by saying I thought this class was going to be like the worst thing ever because I'm not a big math person, but it's not horrible at all because Miss Lambert's genuinely a really nice teacher. My advice is do your math homework, do practice problems, go to tutoring. It helps a lot. If you don't understand anything, just keep doing practice problems and ask Miss Lambert like things to clarify about them, and she'll tell you. She'll explain why things work the way they do. She'll help you memorize formulas. She'll help you. So just ask for help. Don't be afraid. And don't forget your interactive notebook. Take your notes. Put titles on your notes. Put page numbers on your notes.
She grades that, guys.
Fill in your table of contents because she'll check and you'll get points off if you don't put a page number on your page.
Yeah, like that's her thing. Like she's super strict about that. Well, not really strict, but she will take points off on that. So just remember that stuff. But other than that, her class isn't really that.
If you utilize your notebook, it'll help you.
Yeah. Okay, on to the next class. So second semester, you're going to be done with Algebra 2, and you will either move on to Algebra 3 or Pre-Calculus. Both of them are with Miss Lambert, and you get them kind of like assigned to you based on how well you did in Algebra 2. I did Pre-Calculus, she did Algebra 3, so she's going to explain Algebra 3 for us now.
Oh yeah, you're going to get the whole scoop from both sides. So for Algebra 3, this class is honestly, I expected it to be like more difficult because it's an advancement from Algebra 2, but it's honestly a lot more slow paced and easier to understand because it's just building on your foundations from Algebras 1 and 2. So it's just like reinforcing the things that you do know and building a little bit off of that. It's a really, like I did really well in this class. So don't sweat it, don't sweat it.
I'm going to take over for Pre-Cal now. It was definitely not as hard as I expected. Actually, it wasn't as bad as I expected. You have to expect to make a lot of stupid mistakes on your tests and quizzes. Like, you're going to go through them and you're going to be like, how did I get that wrong? Like, I said 2 + 2 = 5. But it's honestly not really that bad as long as you lock in. You got to just do the homework, It's a part of your grade, trust me. So some of us are going to be taking pre-calculus next year, like her. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask us, guys. We don't bite. So yeah, it's honestly just, it's not a big deal. It's definitely, it gets tricky, but as long as you stick with it, stay dedicated, it won't be that bad.
Do your corrections.
The next class we have for you guys is
Biology honors.
Take the Lead.
Okay, so this class is really easy as long as you stay on top of your homework and you listen to Miss Stansel because she explains everything. One thing I will say is that this class was nothing to fret about because like most of the freshman class got 100s on the EOC, so not too difficult. Advice that I will give is to make sure to listen to the instructions when she does labs and experiments in class because sometimes the steps can get like tedious and be really down to detail, so you're gonna need to pay attention and know what you're doing, but she'll help guide you through it.
You're not going to have a lot of homework for this class because you get a lot of it done in class, and whatever homework you will have is just stuff that she didn't get to. She doesn't check homework religiously, but she will check it occasionally, so you have to like make sure that you're keeping up with it because those notebook checks, they catch you by surprise.
You have to put, like, one of the assignments that's for a grade is that you have to put a creative cover on your notebook. I advise you to pick one that you think is like cute or one that you like to look at because it'll motivate you more to do your science homework. I'll put a photo of our covers on there, or like other covers we liked on there. I'll put yours on there, cameraman. I'll put like some on the screen.
The next class we're going to talk to you about is your college class for second semester. So what I will say is pick something that interests you. I think you have to get your high school requirements done before you could like pick whatever class you want. So we both took a fine arts class. We took Jazz and the American Experience with Dan O'Reilly. Love him. But this class definitely depends on what you like. This class was a lot of sitting down, taking notes, taking quizzes at home, and that was pretty much it every single day consistently.
We chose this class because it's a good way to get adjusted to what it's like to take a college course while still checking off a box for a fine arts elective. And this professor, he's like a really genuine person. He knows what he's talking about because he's passionate. He like plays some mean saxophone. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to jazz.
Oh yeah.
It's a very musically enriching experience. You learn to appreciate music and the components in it a lot more if that's the kind of thing that you're into. And make sure you take your quizzes while they're open. Pay attention to when they open and close. And make sure you walk to class on time. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the school life. Make connections, make friends, because there's not a lot of students. You don't have as many peers to choose from when it comes to friends. So just be friends with as many as you can, because the more connections you have, the easier it is to get assistance with schoolwork and stuff like that. And it's always good to have help around. We have a really big friend group that we like.
Shout out to the semicircle.
Shout out to the semicircle. Thanks, guys. We love our friend group. We are really, really close with everyone that we're friends with. So I just advise to just be nice to everyone, be friendly, because it gets you really far.
I think that it's important to make friends just to have them. Like what you're going through is definitely stressful. Added to the drama of any normal high school. It's important to have somebody you can confide in. Me and her, we met this year and we're like best friends.
We're like inseparable, like tied at the hip.
We actually have a whole grade group chat. It's not the whole grade, but it's got like 30 out of 50 kids in it. So whenever you need help on an assignment, everybody's so good at responding, at least for our grade.
Whether it's like sending photos of homework, helping with projects, like helping on how to turn stuff in, all kinds of stuff. Just having connections with your peers helps you a lot.
Even if it's just like, oh hey, did you start that? Oh, me neither. I'm just glad I'm not the only one who hasn't started this, even though it's due tonight.
It makes you feel a lot better. It makes you feel like you're not alone when you struggle on assignments. So that if me and Callie both flunk a test, we can cry together.
I definitely think that I'm glad I chose to come to Scholars. There was a lot of my friends who either didn't know if they wanted to come to Scholars at first, or they got here and they were like, I don't know if this is for me. I recommend at least sticking out the first year because every single person who was on the fence about this place has decided I'm gonna stay. I definitely think that it's a lot of work, but I'm really proud of me and all my friends because we really tried and we did it. Like, we got through our first year, we all had good grades, and it's just impressive to see that you're succeeding and you could go places. So I'm definitely glad I chose this school, and yeah, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
In my experience, I will say that keeping a lot of time for myself really helped reduce burnout. It's really easy to feel burnt out with the workload shifting from middle school to high school, especially with like as rigorous of standards as this one has. So just make sure you keep time for yourself. Don't like let it consume you, but still do your work. Make sure you turn stuff in on time. I overall had a really great year this year. I met some of like my favorite people ever this year. We made so many friends this year at school. It's just such a great opportunity. So just stick it out and it'll be worth it, I promise. It'll give you so many more opportunities and more friends.
Okay guys, good luck next year and don't be afraid to ask for help.
Love, Callie and Emerson, the twins.
Okay, not that angle. Are you recording from here? Okay, ready? Oh, peek the next score, guys. They won last night. Sorry.
We're not putting that video.
But I think I see something looking at me through that window. I might be a little delusional.
We can assert our dominance without being stinky. Stop.
Good check.
Okay.
Cameraman isn't supposed to talk. Guy, bro.
That's good. Is it rolling?
I wasn't recording.
You're joking? Are you serious? That was our best thing.
I'm joking. The next class we want to talk about is... Okay,
I don't know what class you're talking
I literally just...
Why is the camera on?
I thought this...
Can I go first?
All the information just disappeared.
What? Cameraman's not supposed to talk.
What? Just say it now.